everyone. My name is Andy, and I'm a registered dietitian who helps people just like you use the power of nutrition to reverse fatty liver disease and improve all aspects of their metabolic health. In today's video, I'm going to run you through the process of how I do that. So, someone with a fatty liver comes to me, comes to my office, wants to book an appointment with me. Okay, we take a look at their FibroScan, maybe showing their liver fat levels, their liver fibrosis levels. We take a look at their blood work. We look at insulin resistance, blood sugar, cholesterol, triglycerides, whatever it may be that's out of range. And then from there, we create a nutrition strategy with the goal that in 3 to 6 months, those two pieces of information are going to look differently. Because if those two pieces of information look differently, it means you have less liver fat, less inflammation, less insulin resistance, lower blood sugar levels than you did before. Now the question is, how do we do that? Magic. Video's done. Just kidding. Okay. How we do that is basically 3 ways. The first way is I tell you that physical activity is very important for reducing liver fat levels, and especially aerobic activity for 150 minutes a week, which could literally just mean 150 minutes of walking a week, but bonus points if you do something that gets your heart rate up a little bit more, whether that's on the stationary bike, running, sports, etc., etc. Resistance training is great too, but there is a little bit more evidence for aerobic cardiovascular activity, okay? And that's kind of on you. I'm a dietitian. I don't necessarily tell you much more than that. Then we talk about the food front, which is really, really important. And we create a vision for what we want a day, a week in your life to start looking more like. Which foods do we want you to eat more? What do we want your meals to look like? What do we want your snacks to look like? You're going to know all of that information relative to the foods you like, how you arrange your day, and the amount of time and energy you're willing to spend on your food preparation. We're also going to talk about supplementation. Now, the fact of the matter is physical activity and dietary changes. And by the way, the style of eating that I teach is what is known as a high polyphenol Mediterranean diet. It sounds super fancy, but I help you bring it to life really easily. Okay, I'll be perfectly honest, that's what I do. Okay, anyway, I digress. So the third part is supplementation. Now, I don't believe that people who are living with a fatty liver need to go take 5, 10, 15 supplements. However, depending on if they have other markers out of range in their blood work, depending on if they have other health concerns around gut health, around blood sugar levels, around not feeling full enough between meals, whatever the case may be, I might recommend a few supplements. Now, in terms of the supplements that are best studied for fatty liver disease, generally, those are omega-3 fatty acids and probiotics, even though everyone thinks about milk thistle. So there you go. Surprise, milk thistle maybe is not as important as you thought. All of this to say, everyone, if you want to work with a professional like myself to help reverse fatty liver disease, comment below and I'll reach out with more information about how I can help.